Hi guys. Okay, my camera was centered. Now it's not. That's always fun. I center it for one screen and then it's off on the next. Silly screen. Don't like? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't have things on Thursdays. Correct, you don't. It's fine. I might have to go back to the old black bars. Do I still have those? Let me see. No, I guess not. Hold on. I used to have the black bars on the side, but now I don't. Wait, do I still have char chicken? Hold on, wait. Ah! How did that happen? Either way. Happy New Year, Mr. John Person. I mean, it's been New Year's for a while. Is it only just now? Is it only just now New Year's in Thailand? That would be weird. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because the chat thing got dumb. Okay, so I have to skip the sign in the chat thingy that's at the bottom. But what I want to do, I'm just going to go ahead and make it a bit bigger. So I don't have to squint at it. There we go. Now I'm just like right up against you guys. All right, either way, I'm being silly. It is what it is. All right, it's Thursday. The wifey's out of the house, so I have the evening to myself, at least for a little bit. They're just having dinner. She'll probably be home here probably in like 15, 20 minutes. It'll be funny. All right, either way. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel. I am Shoki, and I know it's Thursday. I don't understand either, but, you know, like I said, I got the house to myself right now. By the way, because I moved it finally. There's Funicorn. The 0x0. The Trophy of Apathy. And if you guys are just now catching up with me, you haven't seen that things have changed. You know, we got the different background again. We actually went back in time, and now I have the Transformers behind me instead of the big glass wall, which is now over here to my left. But just having that in the way just got kind of annoying. And, like, I just wanted to change things up for the podcast. We've got new lighting in here. In case you don't know, you can see some nice, lovely lighting above my head. You know, we've got the big old lights over there. New camera mounts and everything. We got a new camera. You know, it's new us for 2026 as it goes. So, either way. Austin is going to be playing in a bar about 45 minutes from me, but I'll be in South Bend when he's here. That sucks. That does suck. I didn't pay attention to his little tour schedule. I don't think he's coming anywhere in Texas that I could recall. I'm a little bit mad that well, actually, you know what? I have to check. Okay, so Kill Tony is coming to Houston, and it was gonna be on the weekend. I was going to be in Baltimore, but I'm not going to Baltimore anymore because I have to spend a buttload of money on my car instead. So maybe I'll go try to get tickets to Kill Tony. It's gonna be difficult. They usually sell out pretty quick. But either way, hi guys. Hi. I'm thirsty. The only thing that sucks about that is I cover up my other light here. Alright, guys, let's go over to the main screen real quick. Make sure you do that like button, though, while you're here. Yeah, so the only thing that sucks about Thursday nights, I don't have a Thursday night dealie to go above my head, at least that I can recall. Make a look. I don't think I have one. I have Throwback Thursday, but today's not Throwback Thursday. It's just Thursday stream show thing. I'll have to make one, I guess. Should I put Throwback Thursday up there just for funsies? I don't think I have it on the thing anywhere. Hold on, let me look. Image, add existing. Don't even have one here. What the heck? What the heck? I'm not going to worry about it. Either way, hi. Hi, guys. I'm just going to keep saying hi. All right. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, if you are here. Subscribe if you are not. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It seems like the biggest struggle in the world to get 100 subscribers at this point. But since I'm not putting out 5 to 22 videos a day, I mean, I guess I can't complain too much. I guess I could go back to doing that. We'll see what happens. Either way, we do have a bunch of stuff to do tonight, but it is a school night, so therefore I do have to be wary of what it is I'm looking at and how long we're doing it. So I'm going to start out with something kind of controversial because I find it amusing, and it is, what do flat earthers actually believe? So we're going to look at that and figure out why the earth is flat or why these idiots think that it is. Then we have the new Austin. It's not that new, but it's new enough. You know, I missed it during the break. We've got Melodica Bros have a new one. Nirvana, Come As You Are. Also, I don't know when YouTube started doing this crap with changing what's on the screen over here. It's kind of annoying. Don't like it. We've got Wagon Wheel from High Carbon Steel, so they just posted that a little bit ago. And I've got a couple from Lauren Paley that I missed and wanted to get to. Oh my, I gotta bring this back up. There we go. Lauren Paley and Cole Rowland, where she's doing Punk Goes Princess. I never caught back up with this, but we got Linkin Park's Numb and My Chemical Romance's Helena. Now, I've heard little bits of this off of Reels, so I wanted to hear the entirety of the song. And then we've got Music Travel Love with some friends doing If You're Ever in My Arms Again. That should be interesting. And then wrapping up with some Tommy, because I never bothered to go check this song out. I don't know why or how. I missed this 4 months ago. But we've got Tommy and Kristen Starkey covering It's All Coming Back to Me Now. So this should be fun. So let's go back to the Flat Earth 3. And let's go find out how John can't possibly be in another time zone, because the Earth is flat and time zones are all imaginary. Yes, we watched that last night, Sally. On the Patreon, by the way, I forgot to mention it. Patreon. Join the Patreon. That's simple. We have talks 3 to 4 times a month. Trivia night. The first trivia night of the year was fun, along with the last trivia night of last year. It was also fun. So we had 2 trivia nights back to back. And of course, let's see. I think this week we'll be skipping and we'll be... I think that's how it works. Yeah, skip the middle, come back at the end. That's how it works. Yes, you went to sleep, but you missed it. Hi, Tara. By the way, I didn't do roll call. Give me a second. I'm here. I'm also here. Trisha, Sally, John, Tara. Doing good. All right.
Growing in an era where nearly all human knowledge is almost literally at everyone's fingertips. The genesis of the modern Flat Earth Society started in the mid-19th century thanks to one Samuel Rowbotham of London, England. Okay. Dropping out of school at the tender age of 9, Rowbotham would eventually become convinced, or at least claimed he was, that not only was the Earth flat, but that everything we see in the heavens is actually only a few thousand miles from the Earth, stars and all. While his ideas were absurd for an incredible number of reasons, even given the technology and scientific knowledge of his era, what Rowbotham had going for him was that he was reportedly incredibly quick on his feet in debates and an extremely charismatic speaker, able to twist the words of even the best academics. It didn't actually matter if he was right or not, only that he was better at convincing lay people than the academics he regularly debated, or at least good at creating reasonable doubt. As noted by a contemporary article published in the Leeds Times, one thing he did demonstrate was that scientific dabblers unused to platform advocacy are unable to cope with a man, a charlatan, if you will, but clever and thoroughly up in his theory, thoroughly alive to the weakness of his opponents. As well as making a small fortune from public speaking, he also wrote various works, including a book aptly titled Earth, Not a Globe. Rowbotham ultimately created the Zetetic Society, which, besides advocating for a flat Earth, also advocated that only facts that one could prove true themselves could be accepted as true. On the side, Rowbotham made a bit of extra money by going as Dr. Samuel Burley and making money by selling cure-alls and life extenders of his own invention. While by the early 20th century, the society he started had gradually faded into even more obscurity than it already was at its peak during Rowbotham's lifetime, all was not lost. The truth, it cannot be killed so easily, apparently. In 1956, when mankind was on the verge of putting a satellite in orbit, Samuel Shenton of Dover in the UK came across the former works of the Universal Zetetic Society, the successor to Rowbotham's, and he was hooked. He then established the International Flat Earth Research.
You know, maybe we should have burned some of the books.
Society, or IFERS. This adopted some of the ideas of the Zetetic Society before it, most notably, as you might have guessed from their new name, that the Earth was flat. Of course, this timing wasn't exactly ideal given the launch of Sputnik in 1957, which, beyond being in orbit, put out a signal that anyone with a little know-how could track, very clearly demonstrating the spherical nature of the Earth. This didn't faze him in the slightest, however. He simply noted that satellites circled over the disk of the world, and that would sailing round the Isle of Wight prove that it was spherical. It is just the same for those satellites. When pictures of the Earth were taken from space clearly showing the planet's spherical nature, the man who strongly advocated trusting what you can see with your own eyes stated, "It's easy to see how a photograph like that could fool the untrained eye." When astronauts came back still believing the Earth wasn't flat, he went with the catch-all explanation for any conspiracy theory when no other suitable explanation can be thought up. He stated, "It's a deception of the public, and it isn't right." Despite the giant, roughly spherical mound of evidence staring the members right in the face, including the variety easily confirmed by anyone with a modicum of knowledge in physics, the society did not die completely, though by 1972 had dropped from a peak of about 3,000 members down to around 100 spanning the globe. That same year, Shenton died, and Californian Charles Johnson more or less took over the remnants.
He means spanning the disk.
Creating the International Flat Earth Research Society of America. Johnson also advocated that there was a global conspiracy with regards to the very flat Earth, not just today, but spanning millennia. To quote him, this was a conspiracy that Moses, Columbus, and FDR all fought against. Beyond that, Columbus most definitely thought the Earth was spherical, simply misjudging its circumference. And we're guessing Moses didn't have to fight anyone on this one, as the ancient Egyptians firmly believed in the concept of a flat Earth, as did seemingly the Hebrews around the time he supposedly lived. So what exactly do the world's governments and countless scientists and high school physics students throughout human history have to gain by convincing people the world is spherical instead of flat? Well, Johnson advocated that this is a tool used by scientists to get rid of religion. Of course, as noted, Christian scholars throughout history, on the whole, have advocated for the very spherical Earth, and we're not aware of any major religious denomination the world over today that goes with the flat Earth model. So apparently there is no conflict. But hey, we guess Aristotle must have really had it in for those ancient Egyptian and Greek gods. In any event, despite Johnson's less than compelling arguments, over time this new society actually gained followers up to a peak of about 3,500 members under his leadership. Disaster struck, however, when a fire at headquarters destroyed some of the records of membership in 1997. Ultimately, Johnson himself passed away in 2001, and the society was temporarily just as dead. All was not lost, however, as there is no medium greater than the internet at giving humans the ability to discover the truth in anything for themselves, if we weren't all lazy and our monkey brains were not chock full of cognitive biases. And so it was that in 2004, when Daniel Shenton created a discussion forum home for the mostly dead Flat Earth Society, and by 2009, a new wiki website was created in its place, with the society slowly growing from there to apparently around 500 members to date. There are also
the internet was a mistake. Can we take it back?
So many Flat Earth pages and channels on sites like Facebook, Twitter, and indeed YouTube that sometimes exceed 100,000 members or subscribers of a given page, channel, or profile, for whatever that's worth. In the latest incarnation of the society, as with their forebears, the modern group strongly advocates for only accepting that which you can see with your own eyes and prove with your own efforts. As they note on their website, the simplest is by relying on one's own senses to discern the true nature of the world around us. The world looks flat, the bottom of clouds are flat, the movement of the sun. These are all examples of your senses telling you that we do not live in a spherical, heliocentric world.
I agree.
This is what's called using an empirical approach, or an approach.
Hey, Laura. Sorry, I'm just like manipulating things as we go here. Much like the Flat Earthers.
That relies on information from your senses. Alternatively, when using Descartes' method of Cartesian doubt to skeptically view the world around us, one quickly finds that the notion of a spherical world is the theory which has the burden of proof and not flat Earth theory. As for the model of the Earth they go with, while there is some dissension among the ranks over exact details, the current belief advocated by the Flat Earth Society is that the Earth is disc-shaped. The North Pole lies at the center of this disc, and there is an ice wall surrounding the outermost parts of the Earth that keep the oceans contained. This wall is nearly impossible to reach owing to the fact that NASA is closely guarding it, ensuring that no one ever gets close enough to see it for themselves. NASA.
But what about all the people who go to the ice wall? I mean, if the ice wall is technically all of Antarctica's landmass, people have gone to Antarctica recently, in like the last 2 years, to see that the 24-hour sun does exist. I mean, I don't know why you love Jeremy Jordan. You should probably never do that. No, disc shape would be scary. I mean, maybe. No, we're learning about flat earthers right now, Laura, before we get to any music videos and stuff.
Also is extremely active in generating satellite photos of the Earth and generating other data, all meant to keep people believing in a spherical Earth. Seemingly, the Google Earth team must also be in on it too.
But also it doesn't rotate, by the way.
Company's long-held unofficial mantra of "don't be evil." As evidence of this conspiracy and how far-reaching it is, they also point out on their website that the United Nations emblem strongly resembles the Flat Earth Society's view of what the Earth actually looks like. We guess clearly showing the logo design team, led by industrial designer Oliver Lincoln Lundquist in 1945, didn't get the memo that the true shape of the Earth was supposed to be a secret. To be fair, when his team originally designed it, it was originally just supposed to be used on the badges at the United Nations Charter Signing Conference, so only for people who already knew that the Earth was flat. Fun fact though, Lundquist did, however, make up for the scrub later by designing the classic blue and white Q-tip box. In any event, you might at this point be wondering how the Flat Earth Society believes commercial airlines and ships the world over continue to seemingly travel in one direction and manage to circle the globe. Well, this is because these ships and planes are literally circling. They state, circumnavigation is performed by moving in a great circle around the North Pole. As for how the ship and plane captains don't seem to be aware of this, in modern times it's because GPS devices and autopilots are designed so the software makes it look like the craft is circling a globe.
So when something passes beyond the horizon and you can no longer see it, it's just really, really, really far away.
It's not continually turning slightly. Of course, it's not clear how they account for people tricking themselves when navigating before or without GPS, which has only been ubiquitous for a couple of decades or so. You can see our video, Who Invented GPS and How Does It Work, for more on that. This is a particularly important consideration in planes, where weight and balance is always an essential consideration if one doesn't want to die a fiery death. Thus, if they were really traveling in the way that flat earthers claim, the fuel requirements would be different, sometimes vastly so. No surprise here, big oil must of course be involved in covering that one up. As for, the whole day and night thing, this is explained on their website as such. The sun moves in circles around the North Pole. When it is over your head, it's day. When it's not, it's night. The light of the sun is confined to a limited area, and its light acts as a spotlight upon the Earth. The apparent effect of the sun rising and setting is a perspective effect. How exactly the light from the sun only works as a spotlight isn't clear. It's also not clear how the phases of the moon and lunar and solar eclipses work, given this spotlight model, and given they believe the sun is always above the Earth. Moving on, as for the many who claim to be able to see the curvature of the Earth when on high-altitude commercial flights, well, the Flat Earth Society, who advocated trusting your own senses over what anyone tells you, tells these people to, quote, "Quite simply, you cannot. The windows on commercial aircraft are small and heavily curved. Even if they flew high enough for a person to see curvature, it would still not be visible to passengers."
You don't even have to go that high to see the curvature of the Earth. That's the sad part.
As for the issue of someone with even a halfway decent telescope being able to see the spherical nature of other planets in the solar system, including them spinning away, the Flat Earth Society claims planets are orbiting astronomical objects. The Earth is not a planet by definition, as it sits at the center of our solar system, above which the planets and the sun revolve. The Earth's
Oh yeah, I forgot this is not heliocentric. That's right.
Uniqueness, fundamental differences, and centrality makes any comparison to other nearby celestial bodies insufficient, like comparing basketballs to the court on which they bounce.
So we're the only thing, because we're not a planet, we are the only thing, period, that is like this, and the entire solar system, nay, the universe, revolves around this disk that we're all parked on top of. But the sun, though, the sun revolves-ish around the planet. I don't even understand how that works. It acts as a singular spotlight to 1/4 of the Earth, because it's not day and night across everywhere at the same time. If it was a singular spotlight over the disk that is Earth, then you would have that effect. That doesn't make any sense, unless it's like you got like like my table here. Like I started with a small flashlight on one side and I just moved it back and forth.
As for how gravity works in the flat Earth model, the Earth is constantly accelerating at a rate of 32 feet per second squared, or 9.8 meters per second squared. This constant acceleration causes what you think of as gravity. Imagine sitting in a car that never stops speeding up.
Where is it going?
Forever pushed into your seat. The Earth works much the same way. It is constantly accelerating upwards, being pushed by a universal accelerator, a UA, known as dark energy or etheric wind. You may have spotted a problem with this explanation, given the whole issue of eventually exceeding the speed of light. In fact, if constant acceleration at 9.8 meters per second squared happens, it would only take about a year for the Earth to reach the speed of light. Well, they've got that covered too, explaining, due to special relativity, this is not the case. At this point, many readers will question the validity of any answer which uses advanced, intimidating-sounding physics terms to explain a position. However, it is true, the relevance equation is V over C equals tan h AT over C. One will find that in this equation, tan h AT over C can never exceed or equal 1. This means that velocity can never reach the speed of light, regardless of how long one accelerates for and the rate of the acceleration. Anyway, as to what lies below the Earth, this is heavily...
So we're constantly accelerating, which, like, he's not wrong. If you're constantly accelerating at a certain rate, you will exceed a speed you're at because there's nothing to stop you.
Disputed among flat earthers.
But yeah, I mean, don't not be confused here, because I mean, to be weird in the first place, we don't exactly understand how gravity do. We just know that gravity do. We can measure gravity, we can witness gravity, we can see the effects of gravity even in nothingness in space. We can see the effects of gravity as things move around it. We can measure things we can't see by the gravitational effect they have on the space they are in, even though we technically can't see them because they're made of stuff. Why does gravity pull you towards the Earth, or is it the Earth is pushing constantly outward on you from the center, or is gravity shoving you down? You know, it's a thing. It's like, is gravity pulling you down or pushing you down? Yes, but also gravity is pulling the Earth or moving the Earth or slowing the Earth or accelerating the Earth at all times. It's just a nice balance. The constantly accelerating disk that can never go faster than it's going, but somehow is always moving in one direction, wherever that direction is, up, I guess. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry, we're talking about whatever is beneath the thing. It's turtles.
As to what lies below the Earth.
By the way, if you live in the Stephen King universe, a flat disk Earth might be a thing, because our planet exists on the shell, on the back of the turtle that created our universe. So, I mean, there is that.
This is heavily disputed among flat earthers, but it doesn't really matter as you can't get there anyway. You see, to quote flat earther Robbie Davidson in an interview with Forbes, "We don't believe anything can fall off the edge because a big portion of the flat earth community believes that we're in a dome, like a snow globe. So the sun, moon,
please talk about the firmament.
Inside, it's just very high, but all contained inside. So there's actually no way to fall off of the Earth. Given it takes only a modicum of effort to disprove pretty much everything said on their website and prove definitively for oneself that the Earth is roughly spherical without needing to trust any scientist."
Sorry, the idea that you can't trust your own eyes to see the curvature of the Earth from an airplane window because basically it's acting like a fisheye lens is complete and utter nonsense and hurts my brain balls.
Or governments, you might think that flat earthers just aren't trying. Well, you're kind of right, but there are exceptions. Case in point, limo driver Mike Hughes, who managed to raise about $8,000 thanks to a flat earth fundraiser. Why? Well, it's to build a rocket to reach the heavens to once and for all prove that the Earth was flat.
$8,000.
Reportedly, the final hilariously fitting steam-powered rocket and launch platform cost around $20,000 and took 10 years to build. With it, Hughes managed to achieve an altitude of almost 1,900 feet, which, while kind of impressive for an amateur-built, homemade rocket that could carry a human, was nonetheless not able to achieve his objective of getting him to space. It's not even close. If only it was possible to build more powerful rockets, or if there existed a balloon designed to be able to soar into the heavens with some sort of device on board that could capture and store...
Yeah, I mean, you could have got a hot air balloon and got higher than that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Or what it sees, like an eye. Or, stick with us here, people, if a human going along for the ride was a requirement to show NASA hadn't tampered with this
Laura, how's the vehicle?
visual capture device, some sort of bird-like machine that could carry humans above 1,500 feet. On that note, for a mere $12,000 to $16,000, Hughes could have purchased a charter flight ticket to not only take him higher than altitudes of 1,900 feet, but also take him to Antarctica to see the massive ice wall for himself.
Yes.
Or if the Flat Earth Society wanted to pool together their resources for prices of about $25,000 to $70,000, they could charter a flight to the South Pole itself. Though a thing they don't tell you on the vacation package brochure is that while you can go visit the South Pole, NASA subjects everyone that does to severe mental retraining to ensure all memories of the ice wall have been erased and replaced with pleasant but very wall-free recollections. All joking and head-scratching aside, it's always important to note that many of the core psychological quirks that see flat earthers intractably convinced that the Earth is flat in the face of all the evidence to the contrary exist in all of us. Monkey brain is going to monkey brain. We further all have many beliefs we firmly cling to, just as tenuously supported by our level of knowledge on a subject, though thankfully for most of us the absurdity isn't quite so easy to spot, allowing us to safely continue to think of ourselves as superior to mere mortals with alternate ideas. In the end, we all firmly believe many things that aren't true at all, and no amount of evidence could ever convince any of us to change our minds on some of these things. Food for thought indeed. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do give us a thumbs up.
I mean, interesting, yes. I would consider that to be interesting. I didn't know the history of it. I didn't know how far back it went, but that makes sense. It makes sense that it goes back all the way to the mid-19th century. But that's just insane that so many people in modern day believe that the Earth is flat. Very flat. So stupid. There was I remember watching a documentary on it last year where I guess like the person doing the documentary was trying to prove people wrong, but playing along with them. They were doing an experiment where they were shining a laser from one place to like another spot, like a quarter mile away. And if the curvature of the Earth was real, then it wouldn't hit the same. If you held up I think it was a laser point held up at like 20 feet, shot straight across level, should hit a sign 20 feet across or something like that. It was a really stupid experiment, but basically the point was their experiment ended up proving the Earth was curved, although it was over a pretty short distance, so I don't know exactly, but either way. Now, if you really want to get crazy, talk about how we never went to the moon. Yeah. What was that? Ice is your friend, right? I mean the ice wall. Oh, you mean for the knee. I'm sorry. I totally, that could be a loaded statement right now, Sally. All right, moving on. All right, so for the thing that everyone is here to see. Sorry, hold on, I gotta close this. All right, so I'm pretty sure we've actually heard the music for Ain't Done Dreamin', but he's got an official visualizer here for Mr. Austin Brown. I do know he has another new song out with a different dude. I thought it was in the suggestions off to the side, but not gonna watch that tonight. We'll probably pick that up tomorrow. Assuming I stream tomorrow, we'll see what happens. Depends on how long it takes to fix my car, actually. All right, so this Ain't Done Dreamin' official visualizer.
Been a highway for 10 years now, wide open going my way, and I ain't backing down. Turned windows into doorways, there ain't no way around. Rewriting every cliche, found me a brand new sound. And in the end, I had to choose myself, but I wish the best for you, and I hope you're still happy now. But I ain't done dreaming yet. But I'm willing to bet I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And if I was you, I'd put your money on me. Spent so long being the only one believing.
Also, like the lead in right before, I don't know if you want to call it really the bridge, but right before the chorus, it feels like it's going to lead into "How Do You Like Me Now?" Am I the only one who kind of feels that? Also, I'm pretty sure this is an obvious, slight like middle finger, a little bit of a middle finger, a funicorn, if you will, a little bit of a funicorn to a certain group that he's no longer with. Maybe.
Finally got folks around me who lift me up and don't drown me, and I'm cashing in my karma. I ain't hit yet, but I'm reaching up past the edge to catch the wind before I catch my breath. I ain't done dreaming yet, and I go broke, but I'm willing to bet I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And if I was you, I'd put your money on me. Spent so long being the only one believing, but I ain't done dreaming yet. No, I ain't done.
See, I don't know why they call these visualizers instead of music videos. Where are we dividing the line here? You singing on camera, doing stuff, and a one take, by the way. I'm trying to figure out why that's considered a visualizer, not just a music video. Also, I can't tell if this is like a really crazy like Steadicam or drone footage. Like it has sharp enough movements that I don't think it's particularly a drone. Like there's no like there's no it's coming to a stop pretty effectively and changing directive. And it could be. I want to see the behind the scenes. Somebody who's a super fan, let me know. Also, how did they get this entire area of people free? Well, I guess way back there's a couple people, but like he just managed to shoot like a quick 3-minute music video, probably 2 or 3 takes if I had to guess.
Dreaming, I ain't done dreaming, no. I ain't done dreaming, no. I ain't done dreaming.
As I ask a question, there's literally a dude right there.
I ain't done dreaming yet, and I haven't felt this good in so long.
Okay, so it's got to be a drone because a person can't be moving that good unless they're like on a Segway or something. But that would be jittery. So it's got to be a drone. But with all the poles and trees and stuff, it's kind of scary because you're flying the drone backwards and then doing a lot of spin around. What? This? Oh, this is not a green screen. This is really shot. Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And if I was you, I'd put your money on me.
I mean, if it is a drone, he got really close to that tree just now. I mean, possible. I really want to see.
Wide open, going my way, and I ain't backing down.
You know what I want? I want the actual like footage, like what this music video sounds like, and it's just like just constant rotor sounds because you can't hear anything but the actual drone rotors. That'd be funny. That's fun. That's a good song though. I mean, it sucks that it's kind of like, I don't want to say maybe a middle finger, but it's literally like a direct call to home free, But it's really cool though. I like the just the very simple oneer. Just makes you wonder how many times they had to do it, because some of those, especially doing a walk-in talk is hard enough, but a walk-in sing with a whole lot of body movements, cameras got to go around you, everything. That's a lot of work. It seems easy. The one time they got it right, the 17 times they ran into things, battery went wrong, drone went ahead or didn't turn on a dime like it was supposed to, signal loss, somebody walks into the footage, all kinds of insanity that can go wrong with that. Sorry, my eyes are itching. Yeah. No, it's a good song. It was a good song. Out of like getting away from the wifey centric songs is pretty good. I like that. I know a lot of people are like, "Can we just move on?" It's like, I'm tired of all the love songs about the wife. I'm like, are you though? Seems sad to be that way. You know what? I'm gonna call an audible real quick. We're gonna jump ahead, keep it countryfied here. We'll go with our high carbon steel boys back outside. And we got a fiddler here and a boom mic on the fiddler boy. Wagon wheel. So I'm not sure. Old Crow Medicine Show. I'm not sure which wagon wheel this is. We'll see. There's one or two songs with that. Oh, this one. Okay.
Heading down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way down to North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. Well, I made it down the coast in 17 hours, making me a
I can see a hair, I just can't tell where it is. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. It's driving me nuts. Why is it just in my brain that this is somehow like Darius Rucker on a version of the song? Or is Old Crow Medicine Show part of the deal? Like, I'm not wrong, right? Also, is that Jeep in the lake, or is there a slope? Because there's a Jeep back there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right here, there's a Jeep, but you can only see like the top of it.
bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
I just like this song.
Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a
So here's the thing. I do also have up there. I have it. It's actually an eyebrow. I do have a couple of really crazy eyebrow hairs. The wifey say they drive her crazy. She's like, I just want to pluck it. And I'm like, don't you pluck it. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
fiddler and old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, North Country winters keep a-getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't a-turning back to living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice warm coat. But he's a-heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on
Got it.
before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die,
So realistically, I've heard more covers of this song than I've ever heard the original in.
Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock
But to the point that, like, radio play wise, the cover probably has significantly more listens than the original, right?
I've been moving all around back here.
I don't move that way. All right.
Oof. White balance is way off.
There's no way I don't even know.
All right, here we go.
Don't put that on. Don't put that clip on.
How much money you got?
He's rolling in it, Corey. He's rolling.
See
in
how I
it.
make my money here.
$2 to not put something in the video.
Oh, well, okay for me then, really.
What do you think this was?
An insult.
Rodney,
He's still just going.
Run it back.
I love when they put the outtakes.
Oh, kill him.
Hey, Val Prime. Yes, I'm live for a Thursday night. I know, it's weird. It's a weird thing. It took too late setting it up. That was the thing. I think I set it up with like 30 minutes to go or something, 40 minutes. Because I was doing dishes. I was like, I gotta get these dishes done so I can get the stream set up. All right, either way. That was fun. All right, now we're changing directions. Melodica Bros. First one back in the new year. So they're covering Nirvana, Come As You Are, but in a dark folk cover. This will be interesting. This one will be interesting. Usually I like it when they do dark folksy things. I like the vibe already.
Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, as an old enemy. Take your time, hurry up. Choice is yours, don't be late. Take a rest as a friend, as an old memory.
Exactly. I love the slide though. I love that sound though. Like they're keeping a tiny bit of the grungy guitar sound in there, but with that like that weird like electric twang on the slide on the twang there. I enjoy that. Like just that triggers happiness in the back of my brain just hearing that. That sounds like a train in a distance.
And I swear that I don't ever got. No, I don't ever got. No, I don't ever got. Come, douse the mud, soaked in bleach, as I watch.
You know, the funny part is like this feels like it's in the theme of his Devil album. Weirdly enough, it feels that way. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. He's singing both the high part and the low part.
You to be as a trend, as a friend, as an old memory, memory. Memory. I swear that I don't ever got. No, I don't ever got. No, I don't ever got.
Accordion too. Okay, now I will say this. Instead of accordion, I would have gone harmonica because it would have fit the vibe. I'm going to guess that's the sound they're sort of going for. You know, because it's vaguely harmonica-esque. Yeah, harmonica. That song felt shorter than it was. Also, why do I feel like the original is like 4.5 minutes, but it probably isn't. I was just enjoying the guitaring. But yeah, hearing near that last chorus area, I think there was like 4 or 5 layers of vocals, maybe more. That's at least as many as I could hear. Little harmonies in the background, but Dave doing the highs and the lows the whole time. And the lows are very, or like a lot more like spoken, not just, I mean, not that he's singing, but you know. That was cool. I enjoyed that. It's already a wonky song to begin with, but I enjoyed that. Also, considering we watch so many AI change-ups of songs, it's nice to just see a real person doing it. Which I'm starting to think we're going to do just an AI, like just AI stream, just so that Denise is completely angry the whole time. Also, guys, send prayers Denise's way. She and her family really need it. Actually, like, there's a lot of it going around. A friend of mine, his dad just found out he's got pancreatic cancer and the tumor is like sitting on top of his liver or embedded in his liver. And they're trying to figure out what to do there. And then another friend, his dad got hit by a cement truck today somehow. That's not good. So everybody needs a bit of prayers going on right now. I mean, even myself, you know, my family's not doing great right now either. Eric the Lurker has arrived. All right, so speaking of covers that are change-ups, I'm going to do 2 of them back-to-back. Actually, I'm going to switch it because I'm going to do them in release order because that's just how my brain likes things. Okay, so Lauren Paley combined with Cole Rowland, which was one of the earliest guitar channels I ever subscribed to back in the day. He's a really good guitarist, and he's done a lot of work with a lot of different people. Even Audra from First to 11. Either way, so because Lauren went on this weird kick of what if a Disney princess sung this punk/rock song, and I was scrolling through her Instagram earlier. I was like, oh my God, there's like more than a dozen of these that I never even saw. But she made 3 into proper music videos. We've already watched one sometime a few months ago. But this one, I watched on a reel earlier. Not the whole thing, just however much a reel can hold. And I was like, okay, I need to actually listen to it. But I will say, the funny part, I don't know if she'll include it in the video or not. So, you know, she's got like a 3 or a 4-year-old now, right? While producing these songs, and of course living in a home with the person who sings a lot of Disney music, her daughter believes this song, as it is actually a real Disney song. Because she knows no different. It's so funny. It's like, she's like in the car, like playing this song in her car with the kid in the back, mom, dad, kid are all singing along like it's a Disney sing-along. It's so funny. All right. Go follow Lauren's Instagram or subscribe to her reels or whatever, because there's some pretty amusing ones in there. All right, so this is covering My Chemical Romance's Helena, or Helena. I think it's always been Helena, which is my mom's name. And try to guess which princess she's imitating. We've seen this space before. Like I don't know for sure, but like she usually does like distinct imitations of the different princesses, and I'm not all too familiar, at least not with newer ones. But the theme of the song, I go Tangled, like it's Rapunzel like singing this to people who are trying to come and hang out with her and they can't, and she's basically like, "Oh well, it sucks. I got to stay here. You got to go. Whatever." I like the effect on the voice there. That's a pretty epic song. Especially done that way. Like, comparatively, I definitely prefer that to the original. There's nothing really wrong with the original one, but the stylizing of that, I like it better. The more epic music, I like it better. Oh, I wanted the... Okay. I just wanted to see if there was a reference or not. Okay, so vocals, piano, produced and mixed by Cole, mastered by Zach, whoever that is. Excellent. Great job filming it, too. I like the cutting to the different spots. That was great. I enjoyed that. We weren't just emo kids who recognized the masterpieces when we heard them. That's funny. Let's see here. Just one correction. This is obviously the Queen version. That's funny. That one says Elsa. Although, I'm pretty sure the next one is technically supposed to be Elsa. Welcome to the Black Parade. That would be a good one, yeah. Either way. Any opinions on what Disney princess would be singing that? Hello, love. Can't see you. You're behind the computer screen. Ah, dang it. I turned off my monitor. Hi. Definitely sounded Disney-fied. Yes, trying to pin down what kind of which princesses it is. Hi, baby. Did you have a good night? Did you have a good time talking with your friends, having wings?
Yeah, have a kiss.
You can. You can try, anyways. At least you can get over here on, like, the other way. Because you want to put on headphones, sit over there, and listen?
No, I just got home.
So? We're listening to good music.
I noticed something.
What?
Can't put my finger on it. Room looks bigger.
Are you being obtuse?
No.
No?
I mean, I know, but I'm saying I noticed it.
I mean, I showed it to you.
It makes my heart happy.
She's sitting here pretending that she doesn't know that I rotated the table. Such a dork. Oh, but I guess she hasn't had to throw my crap in here since Christmas, so she hasn't had to actually step foot in the room. Actually, that's fair. That's true. She hasn't stepped foot in the room. But she's been in here since I mounted the lights, so she can't say it's like a new thing. All right, either way. Next one up, we got Linkin Park, Numb. Now, I know she did this one in a specific theme, because I was like, this sounds familiar.
I'm tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, every step that I take is another mistake to you. I've become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me?
This one should be obvious, both by the theme and the key that it's in.
Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. Everything that you thought I would be has fallen apart right in front of you. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I'm failing too, but I know you were just like me with someone disappointed in you.
It is funny that until I heard this, I was like, "Oh yeah, that totally tracks with the movie this could easily be inserted into." I wouldn't be surprised if there was a mashup with this and that particular theme song. Like, they're clearly playing the Linkin Park music, obviously significantly more going on orchestrated wise, but like, come on.
I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like
Yeah, that synth was going hard on the end. Well, if she had white hair and there was a cold breeze going by, would it be more obvious? Or a tiny snowman running around. Chester would be proud. That's funny. Yeah. Sorry. That comment's funny. One of the most famous YouTube guitarists is the pianist and backup singer. That's funny. No guitar. Thought that was great too. Yeah, he's a guitarist, not even playing guitar. That's hilarious. You should. It's a pretty good movie. Okay. Eyes. Weather getting warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold. Plants don't know what they're doing. They're dumping pollen when they shouldn't be. It's not spring yet, dum-dums. Yeah, I thoroughly need to dust in here as well. So I've been actually clearing things out, getting rid of a collection I've had for a very long time, and I just had to come to terms with the fact that I'm never going to really do much with it, and it's just sitting in boxes and has been for years. And I'm just like, it's taking up space. It's in the way. It's less stuff that I have to move next time. Yeah, whenever we move later this year. We're supposed to move later this year. We'll see what happens. But it's been hard. It's been hard to deal with. But, yeah, I'm getting by. Getting by. Still more to do. Haven't gone through probably about 20, 25 boxes to go through still to figure out what I'm getting rid of and what I'm keeping, because there's also stuff that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I put in this box. You know, so I got to go through that. I know a lot of the things up there in that corner I am going to keep, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot in. Definitely there's a bunch down here I'm not going to keep. So, like, I'm giving up display space for storage. So I was like, okay, we got to do something about that. Not to mention I needed to mount my lights up high, and the boxes were literally in the way. So that was the thing that got me moving. So my giant lights, like the one that's above me that's not on, but the one that's across the way that is on, you know, that's had to be on top of my shelves just to be out of the way and actually do some lighting. Although I might change things up in here. Like, for those who've seen the behind-the-scene vlogs of me doing the stuff, you'd see that on the Patreon if you're on the Patreon. I've got what equates to what looks like a beach ball on the end of my light. And I'm thinking either I'm going to go with that or get one of the other kind of diffusers. It's a bit more directional. But these lights are so powerful, I'm kind of concerned to do that. Because right now, this, as bright as I am right now, these are only at 10%. And the one above me, right here, the little yellow light shining on my head and shoulders, backlighting me, is at 2%. And that's how bright that is. That's crazy. If I turned everything on, if I turned all of the lights in here on at 100%, it would be incredibly, incredibly bright. All right. What time is it? Okay, yeah, we got to get rolling here. Two more things to get through, and then we are done for the night. If You're Ever in My Arms Again, from Music Travel Love, featuring Hamza Haswawi. That's hard to say. Desert Rock, The Red Sea. Ooh. Okay. Also, I don't know who sings the song initially. So we'll see. Okay. 22 thumbs down. 22. Like, that's how you know the ratio is wonky. 5,000 thumbs up, 22 thumbs down. Oh, that is a cool rock. Never seen this before. Wow, that's a crazy looking formation.
It all came so easy, all the loving you gave me, the feelings we shared. And I still can't remember how your touch was so tender, it told me you cared.
Okay, sorry to interrupt the fantastic song. This looks like some alien world base, like from Dune. Like, what the hell? Look at this. Look at the. First of all, just the rock formations are crazy, but like, there's clearly some kind of resort built into the mountains. Holy crap! Like the super long bridge here. Like, if they haven't shot some kind of sci-fi futuristic movie in this location, what are they doing with their lives? That's all it looks like. It looks like a desert landscape of Mars or something. And like the way they built the different whatever they might be, I don't know if these are like the rooms or something built off to the side, just fit in the. It doesn't look real. It looks like AI. It's crazy. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. That dude's got a great voice.
Now I'm seeing clearly how I still need you near me. I still love you so. I still love you so. There's something between us that won't ever leave us. There's no letting go.
Look at that, built right into the mountain.
Letting go. We had a once in a lifetime, but I just didn't know till my life fell apart. A second once in a lifetime isn't too much to ask, 'cause I swear from the heart, if ever you're in my arms again, this time I love you much better. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll hold you forever. This time will never end. Oh, yeah. The best of romances, deserve second chances. I'll get to you somehow, 'cause I promise now. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I love you much better. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I'll hold you forever. This time will never break. This time I love you much better.
Yeah, the Red Sea Desert Rock. Where? Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, that's absurd. Like, you know, we got so used to their like beachfront stuff, and now it's like whatever that was. You know, like I can't even describe that. Like, you're like, hey, so it's like rocks that are coming out of the ground, like gigantic, but they're all really rounded off and alien looking. And like they built the buildings into the side of the rocks themselves, so they just blend in. Unless you're at a certain angle, in which case it's very, very crazy looking. That's nuts. They have a website. I mean, obviously they have a website. Did they link the website? Oh, let's go check out Hamza's channel real quick. Cause I don't know if we've seen this guy. It's possible. He hasn't been producing much of anything. All his videos are very old. We have shorts. I'm assuming he's just producing music elsewhere, not worried about YouTube, huh? No, even though these weird. It's so funny. Like they do these things with these amazing people. Okay, so he's on SoundCloud, Instagram. This is based out of UAE. Like you hear about these people, but then you never. Oh, okay. He was actually an X Factor winner. Interesting. Don't know what year, but hey. He's fantastic, though. 22,000 subscribers and only 50 some odd videos. That's nuts, man. Even this song, an official song called Believer, is 5 years ago. Man. The closest thing is Wonder right here. Hold on. 89.35. Okay. I don't know. As far as I know, he's still making 40K songs. The last I saw, he's still doing space shanties, which that is such a crazy concept.
For 2 long weeks and 3 nights. I feel that if I give you still, when you leave, it will be hard to find. But I wonder if you'll call me, wonder if you'll pass me by, wonder if you'll show me how I can go on without. Wonder if you'll call me, wonder if you'll pass me by. I won't. I'll pay my dues tonight, untangled all the ties. I'm ready to testify on my own side, and I'll do the right thing. Get rid of my disguise and let my truth decide. It's hard, but I'll try to get through the night, so I'll tell a lie if you stay here. I've been on my own for 2 long weeks and 3 nights. I feel that if I give you still, when you leave, it will be hard to find. But I wonder if you'll call me, wonder if you'll pass me by, wonder if you'll show me how I can go on without. Wonder if you'll call me, wonder if you'll pass me by. I won't.
I will say I like the song. The only thing that's wonky, I don't want to say wonky, just a lot of effect on his voice. Cool song, though. That was neat. I wish he had more to watch. That's the newest thing, a year ago. Excuse me. All right. We haven't checked in with Tommy in quite some time, but we're here, and I missed this one quite some time ago because this is over on the Kristen Starkey channel, and they're doing It's All Coming Back to Me Now, which I'm sure won't be loud at all. Yeah. All right, let's get after it. Wrap up on some Tommy Look Good Days.
There were nights when the wind was so cold that my body froze in bed, and I just listened to it right outside my window.
There were days when the sun was so cruel that all the tears turned to dust, and now
I'm just gonna look that way.
my eyes were drying up forever. I finished
It's a great sounding song.
in the instant that you left, and I can't remember where or when or how, and I banished every memory you and I have ever made. But when you touch me like this,
Touch me like
and when you hold me like that,
hold me like
I just had to admit that it's all coming back to me. When I touch you like this,
touch me like
and I hold you like that,
hold you like
it's so hard to believe, but it's all coming back to me. It's all coming
It's like it's a test. That's all it is. It's just a test. Oh, dear Lord. They're like, hey, what color top should she possibly wear? We're shooting on a completely black background, and we're going to high contrast black everything out. I know, white. Let's go with white. The cameraman also knows exactly what he's doing. Good Lord.
Back to me now. There were moments of gold and there were flashes of light. There were things I'd never do again, but then they'd always seem right. There were nights of endless pleasure. It was more than any loss allowed. Baby, baby, if I kiss you like this, and if you whisper like that, it was lost long ago, but it's all coming back to me. If you want me like this, and if you need me like that, it was that long ago, but it's all coming back to me. It's so hard to resist, and it's all coming back to me. I can barely recall, but it's all coming back to me now.
Yeah, the awkward moment where you have to stand there and look stoic during the solo, right? Look, I picked a very particular. Yeah, I mean, Jeremy couldn't win a versus in this just because it's purely boob free. I mean, they're doing great. It's just cause it's just so ridiculous. It's like, hey, what if I just wore underwear? Like, I'm not even gonna call that. It's not a shirt. It looks like definitely just some kind of undergarment. It is just hilarious though. It's like bright white. Everything else is dark black. It's like, gee, I wonder if we wanted this to stand out at all. Hey, cameraman, why don't you just zoom in? It's like, how about you just go boobs the song? It'd just be a lot easier at this point. Yeah, all as well. Yes. It's funny, for lack of a better term. It's very funny. And then Tommy, who's probably trying to be a good boy. I don't know. Also, that's what makes it even more awkward. Tommy's so much taller than her. So, like, he's either got to be, the camera's got to be way up here, angled down, or if they're panning across, it's got to be like, there's no good way to shoot both of them without it having to be a wide enough angle that's just like boobs in every shot. It's fine. I'm surprised there's not a low opacity version in the background. It's just always just a still shot of the boobs in the background, just over their shoulders. Like just fades in occasionally, you know, like a 80s music video.
History with the slamming of the door, and I made myself so strong again somehow, and I never wasted any.
She does have very prominent teeth as well.
On my time on you since then.
Cameraman.
But if I touch you like this, and if you
Boop.
kiss me like that, it was so long ago, but it's all coming back to me. If you touch me like this, and if I kiss you like that, it was gone with the wind, but it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back, it's all coming back to me now. There were moments of gold and there were flashes of light. There were things we'd never do again.
Sorry. Sometimes making a music video is funny because it's like cameraman's just doing this number. She's looking over here. I don't know what exactly she's looking at, but she is transfixed on something over here. Like as soon as she stopped looking at the camera in this shot. Sorry, hold on. She's looking over here. Now she's engaging the camera, and then she goes to looking over there. Oh, sorry, Tommy. That's an ugly face, my friend. Yeah, and now she's over there. Also, the face-to-face movements are ridiculous. Just saying it. It is. Also, should I just go ahead and grab a thumbnail from this song instead of Austin? Think we'll get more views instead? It's like, leave Austin Brown in the title, but just the still shot from this instead. Right there. I think it's all coming front.
If you forgive me all this, if I forgive you all that, we forgive and forget, and it's all coming back to me now.
Oh, good. Zoom out so we can see the light. Yeah, there. Good. Yeah. There we go. Laugh hard. Thank you. we see the flash and the fantasies. Careful. Okay, so I'm gonna go to her channel specifically because I don't think I ever have. Definitely not subscribed. Oh, good. K-pop Demon Hunter. Good. Of course. Because she looks familiar, but I think it's because she looks like somebody else that I follow for a different reason entirely. The goth makeup is halfway funny. Huntress, not Huntrix. Okay. Ooh, Lord of the Rings. Ooh, she did a Into the West cover. It looks very boobular as well. We need to do another Into the West off. All female edition. Actually, have we heard of Into the West? Oh, wait, the original one's... Actually, the original Into the West is female, duh. I assume that she did a lot more with Tommy, but I don't know. Okay, so she looks less gothy down here, because her hair's not black. It's brown. Then again... Okay, so it gets darker around about here-ish. Got it. Okay. Now we're doing the heavy goth makeup. Somebody went, hey, you know what would be great? Is if you look like Elvira. Right here, she looks like Heather Lynn. That's what got me. It's like the very strong chin and the boobs. She does look like Heather Lynn a little bit. That's funny. Okay. Either way, I'll research in my own time. How about that? All right. Look, K-pop Demon Hunter. I have to stay up for an hour watching K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. So you got Golden and Takedown. All right. Either way, guys. So thanks for coming and hanging out on this Thursday. It kind of went a little bit weird at the end. We went from flat earthers at the beginning to defying gravity on the other side. You know, and definitely identifying the globe. Either way. So in theory, I'm streaming tomorrow night. We'll see. Because, you know, I know here... I think, yeah, next Friday I have a thing to go to, so I won't be here next Friday. So odds are I'll go ahead and stream tomorrow night, get caught up on a few other things, or we'll just do nothing but AI slop, because that might be fun, just to annoy Denise on it, see what's really good. But I will see you guys then. Make sure to like and subscribe thingy. Also, new episode of the Now You Made It Awkward podcast dropping tomorrow, and it'll be our 2025 New Year's Eve shit show. I know it's technically a week late, but you know what? I had no choice. It was too much editing. Took me a couple days to get through the whole thing. And then my computer decided it didn't want to do things anymore in the middle of the export. It just went, hey, that's a really nice file you're exporting. Would be a shame if I just rebooted for no reason. You know, and then of course it did that, and I didn't know it did that. So I came back in the morning and went, oh, hey, my computer did a thing, and I've got a bunch of errors popping up on the screen. That's always fun. So, no, the AI is good, Sally. You just need to accept it all. See what it is. I will turn off the screen so you won't know who or what is playing. You will just hear the goodness, and then you'll appreciate it. A dream of teeth and globes. Wow. A dream of teeth and globes definitely sounds like a lost Shakespeare play. Yep. All right, I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud. Bye, guys.
Lay down your sweet and weary head. Night is falling. You have come to journey's end. Sleep now and dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across the distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see. All of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white clouds go across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home. Dawn will turn to silver glass. A light on the water, all souls pass. Hope fades into the world of night, through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we have come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and and I will meet again, and you'll be here in my arms, just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls go across the sea? And the moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home, and all will turn to silver.